Okay, ladies and gentlemen, Derek Dunlap.
Don't cuss, Derek.
This video here is just, I don't know. I'm gonna share it because I'm not freaking out, but I understand. Sorry, I'm moving the camera and stuff like that. But I'm like, I understand that what this guy is telling is the truth, just by his vibrations, just by his demeanor, and I just can't understand how we as a society, with the information that we have via the internet, which is artificial intelligence, but now we have the ability to get information from all kind of sources of awareness and all over the world, and all some people can do. And really I'm just a little frustrated because I know how serious this is, and I know what's going on right below us in this case. I'm gonna play this video clip and I just want you to listen to it. Please don't get frustrated because I'm gonna pause it just to point out points. But do you know we're fighting, we killing people over gym shoes, we shooting people over Yeezys and PlayStation 3s and glasses and shit, and we got a whole nother race of beings that live right below us. Listen to this shit, ladies and gentlemen. Listen to this.
Of different topics, and it's might be a little bit like brain overload, but I'll start from the beginning. Now, like I said, I worked 17 years, co-invented methods of shape charge blasting as well as laser rock
Shape charge
deflagration, which means rock is literally melted or powdered by a special laser combination, and the residue of the rock underneath is applied as a coating, as a liquid coating, kind of like
and you think you safe
agate,
with your AK-47
imagine
and a 9mm guns,
which is a hard silica mineral, rock actually. But up here we have another topic. This is an area to where I worked. I worked 11 years of the 17 years at Groom Lake, S4, S2. It's in the Nellis Air Force Base area. In fact, Groom Lake is, I'll show you in the picture right here.
And I want y'all just to check
right
out his
here.
demeanor, how calm he is. That's how you know he's telling the truth.
Groom Lake is quite the place. A lot of rumors and other kinds of things have come out of there. Of course, people have stood on the outside for years and wondered at what's been flying there. There's all kinds of things been flying. Let me give you a brief overview.
Unbelievable.
Start in ancient history land here. Back in 1909, the U.S. cavalry was engaged in catching some banditos that had crossed over the Mexican border into a place called Truth or Consequences, New Mexico. And they went into a cave or a hideout and killed the so-called bandits, but what they found out they couldn't explain, and they were called horseshoe craft at that time, or horseshoe ships. There were UFOs, and they saw these, what they called demons, gray demons, little gray guys all around the place. That was in 1909.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to pause it. Please don't get frustrated with me. If you want to watch the whole video without hearing my mouth or my perspective, then the link is right below this video. This was in 1909. 1909, ladies and gentlemen. This is perspective from this guy's, point of view. But listen to me. Listen to me. We gossip and spread a lot more bull than this, and we believe it. You know what I mean? You know that girl Veronica? Yeah, you know her. And we don't even know. Somebody done told us, or you heard what happened to little Nook and them, right? Just, you know what I mean? This guy is talking about in 1909. They found horseshoe spaceships and little demons, little aliens, right? This is on the internet now. And most people are watching Love and Hip Hop. What the going on? Listen to this guy.
1933, our government was actively engaged with the Europeans, mostly the French and the English, in special researches dealing with aerial phenomenon. And once again, the term flying saucer or flying disc didn't come about until much later, supposedly right around the mid-1940s. Anyway, the whole thing here is that also in 1946, I might want to add, we were engaged in atomic bomb testing and this kind of a like. And
Listen, man, this is oh my God. This guy say so nonchalantly. Are you guys here? They were atomic bomb testing, ladies and gentlemen. Just so nonchalantly. We get 10 years for shooting our handguns up in the air on New Year's. These motherfuckers. Oh shit. These motherfuckers is atomic bomb testing. I'm gonna let the play. Whoa.
of course, the area of Bikini Atoll. Some of the pictures are over here on the white board, are showing with the actual language of both the U.S. Army and U.S. Navy archives. Anyway, these flying ships were seen as early as 1945, 46.
Whoa, no.
Some of them were called Foo Fighters and
Okay.
you name it. They were fully known about maybe as early as 1935 or 36 by our U.S. Navy. And there was a shallow underwater base at Bikini Island, and that was probably the one reason why a number of atomic bombs were exploded in that area rather than other areas which they could have been even more remote out in the South Pacific. At Operation Crossroads.
Just blowing up shit, man, testing bombs.
Anyway,
You get caught with a handgun.
this all led up to
10 years, another
later
5
on,
years
about
per
6, 8
bullet.
years later, 1954, during the Eisenhower administration, led to a interesting treaty called the Greada 1954 Treaty. It was the Alien-Human Treaty. And supposedly...
Did you guys just hear this? 1953, Alien-Human Treaty. Alien-Human Treaty. This shit is going on. What the fuck are we watching? And so, they put all of this shit on TV. It just lets you know why the NBA, basketball, baseball, all of this shit on TV is just to keep us distracted from what really is going on. Do you hear this, mother? Let it play.
The aliens had come in and exchanged technology, and they'd want to take an occasional human being and a few head of cows, and accurate books were supposedly to be kept and all this kind of stuff. And of course, eventually all that broke down, and alien...
These people, listen, ladies and gentlemen, these people are trading us. Trading us. You can hear this guy so nonchalantly say the Alien and Human Treaty involved trading cows, livestock. And you guys don't think that we are still slaves. This is way beyond color now and race. This is why I don't even get into the race thing. I know what's going on, but we got people that have been missing. Statistics. I won't get into it on this video, but we got statistics that say there's over 5 million men, black males, and I hate to get into race, that are missing, that are just missing. And I'm not saying that they just taking all black or all Chinese or all, I'm not saying that. But this is why this is starting to make a lot of sense. They traded humans for technology. For technology. Listen to this shit. Oh my
Are
God.
notorious for being liars, even greater liars than so-called, in quote, we humans are.
You think?
Alien treaties are often just not even the pieces of paper they're written on. They're just really kind of worthless. Anyway, my work as a geologist in building underground military bases, some of which are over 2 miles underground. And I think when you listen to Al tonight, if you have a chance to listen to him, he will speak of, Al's actually been on some of the high-speed monorail subway cars, if you might want to call them, that link these bases together. Some of them are capable of riding on a cushion of air about 3/4 of an inch off a rail at a better part of Mach 2.
Come on, ladies and gentlemen. Can you hear? Are you listening to this shit? Can you hear this? And I'm pausing it because I want to get this. I want you to download this information to really, what's really going on. Come on, man. You got society. You got a race of society, a race of high intelligent awareness that are, this guy just said it. And listen, you're like, well, Derek, how do you know that this shit? Come on, man. Can't you feel the energy? Don't you know when somebody is telling the truth or making up some? Look how calm this guy is. Look at the platform he's utilizing in the video. This is you can tell this is like underground bootleg like footage. This is not on CNN. This is not Hollywood. Look at the camera. Look at the big screen behind him. There's thousands of people listening to this guy speak. We don't even get invited to shit like this. You know what I'm saying? They're 2.5 miles deep in the earth, a whole new form of life. They're riding on technology. Did you hear what he said? They have technology that rides on a cushion of air at Mach 2 speeds. I live in Detroit at Mach 2 speeds. If we had this technology on top of the earth with what we call life, we live on the earth, right? I can get from here to California in about a minute. And you worried about how you gonna pay your cable bill? And you worried about who somebody else is sleeping with? And we got a whole nother way of living underneath us. 2.5 miles deep. What's really going on? And we buying $250,000 cars and $1 million houses. And with the push of a button, they can be from Detroit to Hawaii in 5 minutes.
And he's actually been on one of these trains. I've only been in one of the tunnels and helped build some of the tunnels. Incidentally, I helped work on 13 deep underground military bases. Had hands-on experience. Notorious was the one in and around the Dulce, the southeastern and southwestern sides of Dulce, New Mexico, in the Los Alamos laboratory regions, where we built some hermetically sealed rooms that were very deep, going down over a mile. We also built additions onto Groom Lake and S2 and S4 complexes.
Don't even know what that shit means.
9 underground they're called DUMBs. Like, you can learn a lot from this dummy, but DUMB stands for Deep Underground Military Base.
Wow.
And or a deep underground, DUM-2, for instance, is a submarine base, and I helped build a few of those too, which are
unbelievable.
Off our continental shelves and then certain islands. And out in the Atlantic and the Pacific in strategic locations.
Wow. Damn.
All this, I can hardly, in an hour's time, I can hardly squeeze all this in. So I'll be kind of rambling, right? Here if you just bear with me.
Snitch, brother, snitch.
The main topic of my discussion here is to link up basically what's going on with these deep underground military bases, what they're being used for, what is the present situation now being employed both by our federal government, which is slowly being phased out by the United Nations government, as well as the New World, end quote, the New World Order, which is an even higher entity, and who these higher entities are taking their orders from.
Wow.
And try and link up basically.
So, you know what I'm saying? That's why, you know, I was saying something else about the racism, about, you know, we arguing with, you know, white against black. This shit is on such a higher level of awareness. We are actually hating and arguing and fighting and killing the wrong. It ain't the Ku Klux Klan. It's not the Ku Klux Klan. It's not the white man that sits across from you at Ford Motor Company who's on the line with you building cars. You understand what I'm saying? It's not, you know, what this guy is talking about is high white supremacy. You know, when you riding on Mach 2 speed, you know, when you testing atomic bombs casually, come on, ladies and gentlemen.
What's going on? A lot of us have been kept in the dark. We've been given, maybe most recently over here, photographs of an alien at Roswell. I'll just make a very brief statement about that. The photographs cannot stand up to a computer grain analysis test and therefore are retouched or faked. They're not real. The real one, the real photograph of the charred or dead alien that was, or one of the several that were autopsied, is over here, was given to me by a friend by the name of Skip Fromback of Seattle.
What a name!
And his father worked as one of the principal doctors. He was from Germany at the time, and worked on some of the autopsy material, from what I understand, along with other people. Anyway.
Freaking unbelievable.